Hello everyone, we're about to enter Shabbat, Parasha Lech Lecha. I'm in the middle of Manhattan and I'm thinking of Lech Lecha, Parasha Avram. Where did it all start? How did Avram find God? How did Judaism actually start? He had to go out of his comfort zone. And we're not talking about a young boy, guy, 20 years old or 25. He was 75 years old when he first had his connection with God. So sometimes we're 50 years old or 60 years old and we think, okay, I live most of my life, I never encountered God. You never know when it's going to happen. So what do you have to do? Lech Lecha, you have to go out of your comfort zone, wherever you are. God says, Lech Lecha. You want to know the message on how to find God, how to find the truth, how to find Judaism, you got to go out of where you are settled. Whether it's mentally, emotionally, physically, you got to go search for the truth. Search for the place. Search for the answers. And until you find the answer, you don't stop. Because what are we here for? If we're here for just to work, then okay, to go work, enjoy some pleasure and die, very nice. But that's a bit mundane and depressing, I would say. And a lot of people in the world are living a depressed life. There's so much negativity and bad things happen, and it's very easy to be depressed. But if you go out of your way and really search, look for answers for you. What am I here for? Where are the different answers? Try even the different religions. Look until you find what it is that you're searching for, which is God. There's going to be an answer of who God is. God put the elements and the sign in here. And sometimes you have to move in the country. You go to Israel. God said go to the land. If you want to go really deep and finding the truth of where God is, the ideal is to go in the land of Israel. Moving place, going in the right place is going to enable you to find God. Because sometimes you're in an environment, you're with your family, you have social pressure, you're with that type of influence from your friends. You have to go out of your family, out of your social norm, social environment, and because all of those have pushed you to believe certain things. But do you really know the answer? Can you say, I know for sure there's no God? Most of people don't know. They believe. They don't have proof. And same thing with knowing that there is a God. You can't live your whole life and stay in doubt and not look for the answer. This is the most important question of your life. So the most important, meaning everything changes if there is a God. The whole purpose of the world changes if there is a God. So we gotta ask, and then find the answer, because it's not possible that if there is a God, He didn't put the answers on earth. That would be ridiculous and stupid. So there's a design, but He wants us to look for Him, and God and Abraham looked for Him, and God said, you want to have a real relationship with me, you're gonna have to move in different places, you're gonna have to do different things. It's not always comfortable to become spiritual, to come close to God at the beginning. You need to do some effort. You have to go, and all the tests Abraham had were tests that went against his nature, against his character traits that he had. He was mostly chesed. He had to work on gvura, right? He was mostly kind and loving in his action, but he had to work on his strength, on being able to be a little bit strict and take decisions that go against a loving nature. And And if we do that, then there is hope that we're gonna find the answers. And sometimes you have to go rabbi shopping, because some rabbis are not gonna give you the right answers, or they don't know the answer, or they say an answer that, because they don't know, they say a crap answer. So you have to find the right connection, because at the end, why live hell twice? Why live a life, empty life here, and then die and go to hell, so to speak? Search here, because there's nothing more important. If there is a God, and that's the purpose of the world, is to come close to God, then go out of your way to search in this life God. Even if you don't find God at the end, you will have the reward of searching your whole life for God. And that's worth living life, just to look for truth, just to search for the answer. And it's a great adventure. We are here, the Rambam says that we're here to understand God on the highest level and change our character traits. Those are the two things you gotta focus in your life. Try to understand the design, why the world is the way it is, what God really wants, what we're here for. Is there a God? How do I get close to Him? And how do I become a better person? How do I make the world a better place? How do I work on myself? Those are the two fundamental things. If we do that, whether there's a God or not at the end, you get the greatest, you enjoy this life in this world. It will be an adventure. And if you find God, then it's even better. You get a great reward for finding God and living happy ever after, so to speak, in the world to come. So Lech Lecha, go for yourself. Find who you are, what you're supposed to be. Part of Lech Lecha is finding your mission on this earth. I wrote a whole book on how to find your mission. If you want to find what your mission is, how to find it, then let me know, put your email or contact or messenger or whatever, and I'll send it to you. But Lech Lecha, go for yourself. The beginning of Judaism is to find out what you're here for. The beginning of Judaism is to understand your purpose and be active about it. Go for yourself, to be happy. God wants you to be happy. If there is a God, He wants you to have the best life ever. And if unfortunately some people experience a negative Judaism, then you're not in the right type of Judaism. They're in any religion, they're always fanatics, and there's always people who twist the religion or the beliefs. But if you go and search with the right answers, the right rabbi, the truth, if you really search for the truth, you'll get the pure and the good answers, the real Torah, because God is going to guide you. So I wish you all an awesome trip and journey to find out what's your mission and how true or not God is in this world, how He's involved in this world. Let's remember that what Abraham brought was not that there was one God. Everybody heard about that. We had just had the flood. What Abraham brought into the world, the myth that he broke against everyone, is that God is involved in our everyday life. God is here and He cares about us, and He's involved, and His story has a direction. It's His story, and that's the shock. Christianity and Islam essentially came because of the belief that God abandoned the Jews. Idolatry came because of the belief that God abandoned, rejected Adam from Gan Eden, paradise, and therefore we're on our own. We're just stuck with the angels. And so they make a Tower of Babel to try to control now the world. God left us, so He's not involved. Let's have our own control our own world now. But no, Abraham saying, no, you don't understand. God is still waiting for us to have a relationship with Him, for us to connect to Him, to search for Him, because He wants to be involved. He wants to be part of our life. He wants a relationship. So let's make it happen. Lech Lecha, go for yourself and make that relationship happen. That's all He's waiting for. All right, I wish you everybody a Shabbat Shalom.